The 7 most important success lessons you can learn from Dwayne Johnson. Hollywood actor Dwayne Johnson, better known by his ring name The Rock, is also a producer and a professional wrestler. He began playing football for the University of Miami, which launched his career and introduced him to the sport of wrestling. Johnson quickly rose to fame in the professional wrestling ring and adopted the nickname The Rock. Dwayne Johnson is the person everyone should look up to because he is charismatic and works hard. 1. Be enthusiastic and charismatic. One of the most significant contributors to Johnson's success is the fact that he exudes a great deal of charisma while interacting with members of the public. As The Rock progressed through his career as a wrestler, he frequently referred to himself as the Great One and the Great One, and he ultimately became what he imagined himself to be. Because you are the product, if you want to be a star, you have to learn how to position and portray yourself in the public eye. When running a business, it is essential that all of your offerings adhere to a unified style and concept. And if you want to be a celebrity, you will have to become your product, and you will need to find your own special method to exude charm in order to succeed. The Rock was able to break beyond the barriers of the ordinary and become successful by doing so. 2. Make a list of what you want before you begin. Dwayne Johnson has always known what he wants to be when he grows up from a very young age. That's what made him so good at what he did. In his youth, Chuck Norris, Harrison Ford, and Sylvester Stallone were among the actors who inspired him. Indiana Jones reminded him that he wanted to be Harrison Ford and play a hero in a movie one day, so he accomplished just that. So, tell me about your aspirations. Do you have a clear idea of the kind of person you want to become in the future? You can accomplish everything you set your mind to as long as you have a clear vision of the kind of person you want to become and the kind of life you want to live, regardless of how old you are right now. Decide what you want to do with your life and go for it. What are your long-term goals? What kind of person do you want to be in the future? Your future success is dependent on achieving each of these milestones. 3. You must be completely devoted to your work at all times. Johnson is well known for having an exceptional and extraordinary work ethic. During an interview, he disclosed to the audience that in the past, in order to get to work on time at 7 a.m. in the morning, he would get up at 3 a.m. in the morning. After having breakfast, he will go to the gym for a strenuous workout session, and then he will go to work. He will get up 4 hours earlier than his morning shooting to do this. In addition to that, he mentioned that on a typical day he sleeps for approximately 5 hours. This is the difference between someone who is successful and someone who is not. People who are not successful are not really willing to put in the extra hours or wake up early to work toward their goals. They choose to take the easy way out and stay in their cozy bed. In short, there is a cost to being successful. You will get the results you want if you are willing to work hard and give up some of your free time. 4. Be true to yourself. Dwayne Johnson's time spent competing in professional wrestling marked one of the most significant crucial turning moments in the trajectory of his life. He did not immediately become known as the People's Champion right away, and there were many occasions when the audience insulted him. One day, he stood in front of the audience and declared to them, "Rocky may be a lot of things, but suck isn't one of them." At that very instant, The Rock had arrived. Johnson started seeing himself in the eye and being honest with himself. He came to the conclusion that it was not him as a person that the public did not enjoy seeing. It was the fact that he wasn't acting like himself. He became aware that he was not being himself. So be you. In Johnson's own words, here is what he had to say about the topic: whether it is in the entertainment industry or out in the public, the most powerful thing you can be is yourself. A significant number of people are not exhibiting their true self. They are susceptible to the ideas and expectations of others, and as a result, they strive to conform to those expectations. If this sounds like you, you need to take a step back and listen to what your heart tells you to do. 5. Keep the faith, and listen to your heart. When you are feeling sad or depressed, it is important to keep in mind that you are not the first person to go through the agony, nor will you be the final person to go through it. There is bound to be someone out there who has experienced the same thing that you are experiencing at the moment. Have trust, and listen to what your heart tells you to do. That is exactly what Johnson did whenever he found himself in a depressed state or experiencing a setback in his life. He shared at the Oprah Masterclass that whenever he is confronted with adversity in his life, He never loses faith and always maintains the belief that things will work out for the best in the end. Johnson recalled one of the saddest times of his football career vividly. When he was deeply depressed, he couldn't find a way out of the situation. His head coach called him one day and begged him to return to the squad, but he decided to take a leap of faith and quit football to pursue a career in wrestling. His father was taken aback by his choice, although he didn't agree with him, calling it a blunder. When Johnson's father asked him if he thought he'd be any good, Johnson said maybe, but in my heart, I know I have to. His father eventually agreed to let him train as a wrestler, and he became a champion. 6. Focus on becoming a better version of yourself. Johnson's most essential success lesson is that you should always be working to improve yourself. Johnson's action films are known for their large and strong characters. His ultimate ambition, though, is to improve as an actor. As a result, he jumped at the chance to star in a variety of films, including family fare, comedies, action flicks, and dramas. He was eager to expand his horizons and improve his acting skills. To put it another way, you'll find that most successful people are constantly working to enhance their abilities and knowledge. Players like Dwayne Johnson will seek out opportunities in a variety of cinematic genres. He has a tremendous drive to learn about the market and the economy, like Warren Buffett, an investor. It's no secret that Warren Buffett loves to read. And he added that he reads up to 6 newspapers a day in order to keep up with the latest news and developments. 7. You should never be scared of failure. Everyone will, at some point in their lives, be exposed to the very common occurrence and experience of failing at something. If you have never failed at anything in the past, this simply indicates that you have not attempted anything challenging enough. After Johnson's career as a football player came to an end, he hit rock bottom, at which point he was compelled to move back in with his parents. Even though he played football professionally for more than a decade, his life ultimately turned out to be a mess. This experience instilled in him the importance of working even more diligently and having no fear of failing, and finally he became a successful wrestling superstar. Hope you like my video. Kindly share and subscribe to my channel. Join me on this exciting journey.